Who killed Cal Bradford? Who killed the President of the United States in paradise? That is the question we have all been waiting to get answered. This is the question that has been looming over the entire show since the series dropped with episode 1. And right now, after 7 episodes, and especially this past week's episode, we have a couple of theories and possibilities out there. Let's talk about them. The first theory has been going around for a few weeks now, and it doesn't really have a ton of substance, but it is definitely one to keep an eye on because he has been a character who has been popping up over the last few weeks. And that is Dr. Luge that Samantha met in the past in episode 2 when we saw her backstory, the doctor who had a ton of theories on how the world could possibly be ending. And in this last week's episode, he came back up again in a news segment where he was talking about how the wave that we were being introduced to that was wiping out the entire planet was not going to stop until the entire world was destroyed. And the reason why his name has come up is because when we saw the Flower Jacket Man a few weeks ago in that flashback we saw where the Flower Jacket Man had a leather-strapped bag, he is being related to Dr. Luge when we saw him in the past who had a leather-strapped bag when he was talking with Samantha. The second theory is by far the strongest possibility right now, and that is the character of Marcia, who we met this last week in episode 7, a character who was in the president's corner the entire time of his time as president. And as this week's episode showed, she thought she was in the right place in the right time, that she had everyone in her corner to help her in everything that was happening in this world catastrophe. But as the story went along, as we saw in the episode, Xavier and the president were keeping things from her because they had to and the situation that they were in, and she did not take it well. She was left at the gate as Xavier and the president flew off to Colorado to be saved from not just the giant wave that was coming their way, but nuclear weapons from other countries. But as we learned from Samantha, the world did not end, and Cal pulled an EMP that helped everyone on the surface. Could she have survived bringing her into the bunker and killing the president for revenge? Now, there's a lot of pieces to all of this, and specifically because of what Samantha had said at the end of episode 7. She said that the DNA didn't match anybody in the bunker, but we also have to keep in mind, Agent Robinson said earlier in the season that the DNA samples actually never made it to the lab. So who is lying? Where are we standing on these DNA samples? Is it actually someone from the community that Samantha could be protecting? Does she actually know who did kill the president? Is she responsible for that? Or did the DNA samples actually match someone who isn't in the bunker and someone did actually sneak in and get revenge on the president because of all of the decisions that were made when the world was supposed to be ending? I'm really hoping we find out next week because it is the final episode of season 1. We are getting a season 2, but I want this question answered. We have been waiting 8 episodes to get this question answered. And as Samantha basically